Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a Sunday reset, a weekly reset. Whatever day you're watching this is when we're doing our reset. So get up and get ready to get to work because this video is going to motivate you to get it together. The first thing we're doing in today's video is just trying to get the kitchen put back together because I have a huge Costco order coming and I can't even think straight when the dishes are to the brim in the sink and there's stuff all over the counter. I want everything ready for when Costco gets here so that I can do a haul and restock. We also have a ton of new recipes today and a lot of meal prep, so stay tuned if you're needing some ideas for that as well. But first, let's just get the kitchen put back together, and then I'm just gonna put everything back together in the living room. All of this took about 5 minutes. Trust me, at 38 years old, I'm working on calming my nervous system down. I always do everything like there's a lion coming to attack me. I do everything fast. That's just how I am. And I do try to work on that. But one thing that I like to do when I'm doing resets and, I want to get done so that I can have more time with my family is I do set a timer or just time myself to see how fast I can do it. Like, say, for example, today, I want to get all this done in 5 minutes. So I look at the time, hurry up to do it. So yes, normally I am trying to calm my nervous system down, but when I'm doing resets and cleaning, trying to get work done, I will, try to set a timer to get it done quicker. But Costco is here and I'm just trying to set it up in order that I can show you a haul that it kind of makes sense. I'm trying to put produce together, cold stuff together, pantry items together, But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and show you everything that we got this week. So as you see, a lot of our normals, sometimes I watch people's Costco hauls and I'm like, dang, I wish my Costco had that. So I know not everything is available everywhere, but these were new to me this week and they were very good. It's like a chicken breakfast sausage and some potatoes and veggies in there. And then just a lot of our normal staples. 'Cause it feels like we've been falling lately. And wherever we are heading, baby, don't wanna know, don't wanna lie, just wanna stay. You know how I know that I'm healing besides my blood work showing that things are improving with my Hashimoto's is that I'm feeling the want to cook again and the want to exercise again and just all of it. For a while, cooking was a chore, exercise was a chore, and I feel like I'm about 3 weeks in of being perfect with the exercise, which is more attainable because since my flare, I only do 3 strength training days, and in between those days, I do 30-minute walks or longer, depending on if it's like outside or if I'm just rushing, whatever. And then a rest day on Sundays. So that's been the secret sauce for me, I guess. Before I was doing 6 days a week of workouts and that was not working for my body with my autoimmune disease. So what I'm doing right now is helpful. Although progress might be slower, at least I'm feeling healthy and not just like ruining any progress I made by just pushing it too hard. But yes, I'm really enjoying cooking, trying new recipes, and my favorite recipe from today that you're going to see, they're all so good, but the Thai chicken salad is just, it's so like the flavors that I love, and it's so delicious. It's a great thing for meal prep, especially if you don't have, if you don't want to be heating something up. It's a cold chicken salad and it's really good. So I plan on bringing that to our Classical Conversations community days, so I don't have to warm anything up there, although there is like a microwave there, but just easy and so delicious. So make sure you do that one. And all of the desserts were so good too.
So come on, baby, and hurt me. Let's see what you got. Hurt me.
Please excuse the shaky camera at times. Sometimes it's a dog bumping into my tripod, a kid, the robot vacuum. But anyway, sorry about the shaky stuff. Now I'm just like not doing like a huge deep clean, but it's pretty empty right now. We needed a lot of food, so there's space for me to wipe things down. So just a quick little wipe down of everything before we put stuff away.
I complicate things. One of my many skills. I'm making things up, all in my mind, 'cause I analyze their body language. I hear every change in their tone. Maybe they hate me, somehow I blame me. My mama said, that's just the weight of the world. It's not personal, it's just how it works. Don't be angry for too long or get burned, 'cause that's just the weight of the world. Now, shake it off. Now, personal, it's just how it works. Now, shake it off. Now, that's just the weight of the world. I cry my eyes out over a shallow guy. Yeah, I'm feeling left out. Got no invitation last night. I analyze their body language. I hear every change in their tone. Maybe they hate me, somehow I blame me. My mama said, that's just the weight of the world. It's not personal, it's just how it works. Don't be angry for too long or get burned, 'cause that's just the way of the world. Now, shake it off. Now, personal, it's just how it is. Shake it off. Now, that's just the way of the world.
All right, so now that all of that fresh food is put away and the snacks are organized, I'm just adding, this is where I'll do like our pastas and our sauce. Definitely have a lot less cabinet space here than we do in Pennsylvania, but still, if I had to choose, I'd pick this house any day because it's my absolute favorite happy place. Everyone's like, why don't you just move there year round? Sometimes I do wish I could because I really do love it here. It's just that we have some roots already, like same reason like Chris wants to move to Florida all the time. I also think that would be nice, but I can't leave my family. We also love our church and our Classical Conversations community and our soccer teams. So not to say never, because I do really want to move out of where we are right now in Pennsylvania, because the taxes are just absolutely nuts, and our kids aren't even in school when most of the taxes are school taxes, since we homeschool. And I just really want more land. Like, our house at home is a blessing, so I never want to complain about our house. It's just that, we bought it during COVID times. We didn't really know what the heck we were doing. We always wanted to get a house built, and, life changes. And it's just something that I do love the house. I don't love the area, and I do just want chickens. You know how bad I want chickens and ducks. So, I always pray on it, and we'll see what God has in store for us. But right now it's not something that we're looking at because, you know, we got our house at such a low percentage and the market is not great right now. I know there's so many people in the same situation. So that's just my little blurb about our housing situation right now. But I am hoping we get to have a local summer here, which is a fall. You know, in the fall it still feels like summer here. And they call it the local summer because, you know, all of the out-of-towners are back home for the fall. But we'll see because, you know, soccer takes over our life. So back to what we're actually doing in the video is I just made some grilled chicken with barbecue sauce. Chris and I used to make this recipe all the time, and for some reason we stopped, maybe because the kids didn't love it when they were younger, I don't know. But all it is barbecue chicken, and then you cut off the corn on the cob and you chop up the barbecue chicken and you put it in a salad with ranch dressing, and it's just the best flavor combination ever. So that is what we are making tonight. If I'm cooking and I'm filming, I'm showing you what I'm making because I know as a mom, I always am looking for new recipes, especially easy ones. So I do include anything I'm cooking when I'm filming. 'Cause if I shut down, it just gives them right. I wanna stay right. I started a small tsunami here and I left it in because it's real life. So I had to move this, put gloves on, move it, dry everything up, and now here's our happily boiling corn. So got the chicken inside. Next thing I'm doing is just cutting up the lettuce. This is a little trick if you have iceberg lettuce. Go ahead and just smack it where the stem is, the root, and it will just pull right out, and then you just cut up your lettuce. So something easy, quick little tip that I learned along the way somewhere. I want to say Rachel Ray taught me that. Though it hurts so bad, I wanna stay wide open. Don't wanna care about them. Though it hurts so bad, I wanna stay wide open. 'Cause if I shut down, it just gives them right. Side note, Chris bought these peppers at the store and I'm like, wait, where are the seeds? Like, what in the Bill Gates is this? But it literally says right on there, seedless peppers. So little health tip, you can research this yourself depending on what search engine you use and if it tells you the truth or not. Seeds are actually really great for you. You don't need seedless. And sometimes to get seedless, they do some strange things to your produce. So it is the next day, and I'm just showing you the mom life. The kids build forts. I'd rather them build a fort, be happy, than be on their iPads and everything like that. So I just wanted to include this little real life tip that, yes, the day before everything was clean, but it's not anymore. So that's what the kids are doing. I'm running upstairs and taking all of the linens off our bed to wash our bedding. If you keep this up, then I'll let you in, 'cause you have a way with me like no one else. Yeah, you almost make me fall in love. Yeah, you got me hypnotized under your spell. I know I'll go home with you tonight. Oh, wanna get you closer to my body. All right, shoving all of this in here, I did have to do like an extra spin like 3 different times because it was still soaking wet, but we made it work. No wonder my washer at home broke, right? Just shoving everything in there. But once that's done, we're going to go ahead and make some fresh bread using a new bread recipe that I showed in a couple videos ago when I made bread and soup for my girlfriend who wasn't feeling well. And this is the first time that the kids got to try this new recipe. Minimal ingredients, which I love. Everything you need is right there besides the yeast. So you just pour everything in this order, and then I do a quick, I think it's quick loaf or quick start on the bread maker, and in 2 hours you have delicious fresh bread, and it's so squishy. You'll see when I cut it, and it's just, the kids really loved it. They had a piece with some butter. I do need to buy like a bread case and a bread cutter on Amazon because I do really want to make this like their sandwich bread that they use for sandwiches, but right now it's more like a treat, and I feel like it's so impossible, you know, to cut it properly for bread for the week because it doesn't work. You'll see. But anyway, the house smells absolutely amazing at this point, and now I'm getting myself a decaf iced coffee with some almond milk before we move on to a lot of meal prep. 'Cause you know we got chemistry. All right, Hi, I know you've seen this a million times if you've been on my channel, but this is the only recipe we're repeating today, and I'm doing overnight chia pudding with ground flax because I've been really slacking on fiber, and I don't like to take any like fiber supplements or anything like that. I like to eat fruits and vegetables, eat seeds, and actually get real fiber. The less supplements you have to take, the better in my opinion. So I'm doing a half a scoop of ritual protein, cinnamon, some vanilla, just mixing that all together, adding in 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, 1 tablespoon of ground flax, and just mixing that all together. I'm going to top it with some fresh organic sliced strawberries. They're frozen, and a half a cup of wild blueberries, which are also delicious. Like, you can add honey to this, you can add whatever you want, but I really truly feel like between the protein powder and the fruit, especially the wild blueberries, they have a lot of sweetness themselves. You don't even need to add any sweetener. If you're like me and you love peanut butter, anything peanut, if I'm getting ice cream, it's going to be chocolate peanut butter. You need to try this recipe. So I don't have a pounder of meat tenderizer or whatever the heck they're called. I need one. So I just beat, I'm not going to say what I was going to say. I beat the chicken with whatever I can find around me to make it flat. So that's what we did. I think I have one at home. I don't remember. We're doing onion, garlic powder, and salt, you know, the usual. And we're baking that on 400 degrees. I think it was 400 degrees. I don't know. I'll put it in the comments down below because I do plan on having the recipes below. And just baking that. My bread is done. Smells fantastic. And I'm using 2 cups of coleslaw mix. You don't have to like coleslaw. It's all it is like carrots and cabbage, and it really tastes like nothing. Just gives you, you know, the fiber and some veggies that you need. And then I'm mixing the sauce together. I'm not going to try to ramble it off. I will have it down in the description box below. 2 cups of chicken. So what we did, 2 cups of vegetables, 2 cups of chicken, adding the sauce and mixing it together. We're going to top it with some chopped peanuts and scallions. And let me tell you, I'm so excited to eat this again today.
Now you don't know me, can't control or own me, but you're the one who's playing with my mind. Yeah, yeah. So I'm just dancing in the mess you left behind. Yeah, yeah. So I'm just dancing in the mess you left behind. You head for north, I'm south. Though you're gone, it feels like something's watching me. I turn my head around to see if the stalker is you, but all I see is rain. And ooh, 'cause you were right all the time. And
So, you know, I've been gluten-free for over 15 years, and I still miss bread like that. Like, my mom used to make bread, and I remember the whole house smelling amazing, and my kids loved it. Of course, they added lots of butter. Now we're doing oatmeal bake because I wanted to bake something that made the house smell like cinnamon. I'm just being 100% honest. That's what I was wanting. And sometimes I just want like a carb snack. So I imagine myself when I want a snack, getting a piece of this baked oatmeal, baked banana oatmeal, and putting some peanut butter on it or something like that, and just having a little snack that had some protein in it because we did use protein. Again, all recipes will be down below. I'm not going to make you go to my website, and you know, a lot of people do that to get more traffic to their website. It's probably a smart business thing to do. Maybe eventually I'll have them on there so that you can be able to print them out. But if you do subscribe to my website, tiffanybeaston.com, I have lots of free printables there for you. Probably two emails a year, which is terrible. I should email more. I always look for help with my website. Like, somebody just help me run my website, and I can never find it. So it's just me over here doing it. But this dessert is so good, y'all. It is a cup of cottage cheese. I know, but it's good, trust me. With maple syrup, you blend that together and make it smooth. You smush your dates. You add the cottage cheese on top. But first, we got to take this out. It's so good and smells amazing. And now I'm melting some dark chocolate chips, pouring that on top. If you want to be fancy, you can freeze the layer of cottage cheese first, you know, on top of your dates, but I was in a rush and I really don't care what it looks like. It's going to taste the same regardless. So this is how I did it, and then I'm going to freeze it. And once I put it in the freezer, I forgot that I wanted to add some flaky sea salt, so you'll see me open the freezer and add some sea salt. We're going to go ahead and try this at the end of our video, and let me tell you, it was so delicious.
Forget that feeling. it's so well needed. Life will take care of the rest. Biking alone in the sunset.
I was so happy to have fresh flowers. I don't think I've had fresh flowers all summer, so it was so nice. You know, back home I always include, you know, flowers with my grocery order. If I go somewhere, I always have fresh flowers at home. It's so nice, cheers me up, especially in the winter. If anybody has any tips for what they do in the winter that helps their winter depression, let me know, because I dread the winter so much, because I know I feel like I always get depressed, but I know it's something with my vitamin D and my thyroid and all of that. But I just get low energy. I hate when it gets dark out early, just all of it. So I struggle with that so bad. Any tips would be appreciated. I do have like a little light. Anyway, let's not even think about winter. Gross. Fresh flowers, they're pretty and they make me happy.
Create that feeling. The sun on your skin, as great as breathing. Filling the spaces.
All right, more cleaning. Of course, I made a mess when I cook because I'm always doing a million things at once. So I'm just wiping all of this down, and guess what I'm going to do after this is completely clean? Make a sauce meal. I wasn't really thinking about dinner tonight. I was just doing like quick meal prep. So a lot of times I will meal prep for myself, snacks like this, so that I can just cook for my family, and I always have something in the fridge to grab out. So once in a while I'll do like a kid meal prep, or just like whatever makes sense for us that week. But it seems selfish to have food ready for yourself, but it's not, because I cook fresh food for my family, and I have like a quick meal prep, things that I can eat that the kids don't like protein chia pudding or protein baked oatmeal, you know what I mean? So it does make sense. And what do they say on the airplane? And every mom talks about this too, but you have to put your own oxygen mask on first. So you can't take care of your family if you're hungry, if you're, you know, unhealthy. So that is what motivates me to be healthy the most, is my family.
Oh, in summertime. Soaking up the sun, cruising around in this crazy town. Oh, just you and I. Just you and I. Just you and I. Just you and I. Just you I don't really care if you are mine. I don't need another side. I'm wearing you down to the ground. We're done for the night. I really don't care if you are mine, but I'm keeping you in the line. You really don't know which way to turn. You're always one step behind. Going down this road again. I don't wanna explain myself. You grasp for every crumb of hope, although you've reached the end of my road. The glimpse that you think you see ain't nothing that I'll ever be. That's the last I'll ever be. You really don't mind if you are wrong. You just need someone around. I'm holding you tight into my grip, a rebound that I found. I really don't care if you are mine. I'm just keeping you in the line. Going down this road again. I don't wanna explain myself. You grasp for every crumb of hope, although you've reached the end of my road. The glimpse that you think you see ain't nothing that I'll ever
The last thing I needed to clean downstairs was this bathroom. It was another level. I think it's been 2 weeks, and 2 weeks in a house of 6 people, and just boys. Sorry, boys. I love you more than anything, but the boys, bathrooms get messier with boys, and that's a fact. Anyway, things also get dusty, so these lights were really dusty, and basically just been neglecting this bathroom, and it really needed a good deep clean. So we're going to do this bathroom. That's the last thing that I'm cleaning downstairs. Upstairs is a hot mess. We'll have to put that in a different video because it's still a hot mess currently, but we'll get there. Can't have it all.
Talking to, is somebody out there? Should I worry about who is in my head? Yeah, I felt your heavy breath through darkness. The smoke is getting close to my bed. I cannot make a sound, empty lungs, sleeping but awake, paralyzed. So cover me. Fading in, fading out, my scars are all blurry. Been underwater for too long, but there's no need to be worried. I felt your heavy breath through darkness. The smoke is getting close to my bed. I cannot make a sound, empty lungs, sleeping but awake, paralyzed. So cover me, 'cause I'ma let you out, I'ma let you in. You're my enemy. If you will let me go, I will let you in. Drinking from every turned down line, thinking you never feel my fright. Got your remedy, 'cause I'ma let you out, I'ma let you in. So cover me, 'cause I'ma let you out, I'ma let you in. You're my enemy. If you will let
In these smaller bathrooms, I will do the floors like a quick mop, but then I'll also get down there and clean it myself. Sometimes I'll put peppermint oil down there and wipe everything down as well, because again, you don't want your bathroom smelling like urine. And so I get in there and really do a good job cleaning, because the first time I mop it with the mop, it's pretty clean. Then I go in there with a paper towel and wipe it down again, and you'll still see like another layer of stuff, and that's why I do it that way.
Guess I'm lost in the fun park now. Like a merry-go-round, drove a spiral going down. Yeah, I've been racing you all through town. There's no limit to your speed, never ever time to beat. No, we just fired away without a second to.
More cooking. So this is easy and a good way to hide vegetables for your family. And We love a good salad with every meal. If you haven't noticed in a lot of my videos, not every meal, but it's one of the vegetables that my kids eat. They love a good salad and the cover in crap dressing like ranch or Italian, but still, at least they're getting their veggies. So we're cutting this lettuce, praying for no parasite diarrhea, washing it, doing all that. Gonna dry it off, cut up some other veggies to throw in, and then we're gonna get started on our pasta.
Underneath my skin, no one's ever gonna win, so we might as well get in now. Still the fights always leave a thrill. I can imagine how I will. You go on, I know the drill now. I've been getting high from this drug for longer than I know. Now it's time to go. I'm not letting you push me around, so should have let you know a long time ago. I know what you're gonna say. I know what you'll do to me. I know I'm not gonna stay. Try to get up, you're dragging me down. Let it back off, I'll turn it around. Once and for all, once and for all.
So for some easy veggies to add in your pasta, hide in there, I'm doing some onions. So I'm going to start by sauteing some onions and some carrots. And then once that's nice and translucent and cooked down, I'm going to add a package of ground turkey. Oh, and also some fresh garlic as well. I feel like fresh garlic is always a good idea.
Try to get up, you're dragging me down. Better back off, I'll turn it around. Try to get up, you're dragging me down. Better back off, I'll turn it around. Standing my ground, finally the win on the rebound. All the once and for all, it's over. It's over.
Once everything's cooked, I'm adding in a jar of organic Classico. This is what they sell at Costco, and I get it in a pack of 3 because we use sauce so much, so it's good. That's what we use. Stirring that all up, letting it cook, adding in the rest of our ricotta that we used for our lasagna like 2 weeks ago. Adding that in, just mixing it all together. Nothing special. You can layer it in your pasta if you like, but this is how we're doing it tonight. Pasta is all cooked, and I tell you guys this all the time, but the jovial brown rice pasta is delicious. Even the kids love it, and literally the only ingredient is brown rice, so it's good.
The last days in real life I've noticed, losing focus, breaking up from our life as we know it. If someone
I love adding spinach because you can put so much in there and it wilts away to nothing. So again, lots of veggies, and no one really cares or notices. Pouring this into our baking dish, and of course for the ground turkey, I forgot to mention I always use like onion, salt, pepper, garlic. So that's what's on the ground turkey. And now we're going to top it with some fresh mozzarella, bake it on 375 until the cheese is melty, and then I broil it for a second to get the cheese even crispier.
I turn my head and hold it high, but it's making me shiver. He's not like you, don't want him to. He's more like the river, growing stronger.
Ate dinner outside, and of course the camera doesn't know justice, but it's absolutely beautiful out here, and we've had some cotton candy skies going on with so much more pink in person. I'm losing sunlight. I'm cleaning my my whatever these are called, trimmers, cutters, whatever, with alcohol because my squash got that mold. That happens all the time whenever I do squash. I'm just cutting off some dead stuff in the garden here. I've been needing to do this for a few days. I've just been so busy, and although this is like one of my favorite hobbies to do, I find it so peaceful and I look forward to doing it. Unfortunately, I just didn't have time the past couple of days. So cutting things back, watering it. Today I'm actually going to harvest some basil, which I've been terrified to do, but look how tall it is. She's a big girl, and there's 2 of them. But I'm just so afraid I'm going to mess it up somehow because I love my basil and I don't want to hurt it. And I'm surprised at how many tomatoes we got. We did get some fresh mozzarella so that we can make a little caprese salad. I think I need balsamic glaze still. I don't know if I have any. but it's so delicious. This is going to be one of the saddest parts about leaving here is I don't have a garden in Pennsylvania, and I don't really know what you can garden in the fall. Let me know if you know. If there's anything I can actually plant in the fall and still harvest, let me know because I really do love this and I'm going to miss it so much. Now Ella and I are trying a little piece of dessert before heading upstairs to watch Zootopia.
It's a really good like peanut buttery chocolate taste. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
So thank you all so much for watching. I think I might see you on Tuesday this week.
Whenever your heart is broken.